Good day, learners. We are going to continue with Python Revision Tour 1, in which we are going to see about the looping statements. The looping statements are for loop and while loop. We are going to see about the different categories in implementing for loop, with else, with nested for loops. Yeah, we'll see all those. And also in while loop, also we are going to see how to go with while loop, how to go with while and else, and also nested while loop. Let's see how we are going to implement all these with Python program.
Repetition statements. The repetition or looping statements are the block or a set of statements which we execute again and again based on a condition. Okay, this execution stops only when the condition becomes false. In Python, we generally have two kinds of loops. One is for loop, the other one is the while loop. Let's start with for loop first. The syntax for loop: for item in sequence statement. So this item is nothing but a variable which holds the values in this sequence. It can be a list, a tuple, or it can be a list or a value with a lower bound to upper bound. Okay, so when this sequence is true, like when this item holds only the values from this sequence, this set of statements will be executed. Now the flow chart. Condition. So the condition is given. If the condition is true, then the conditional code is executed. Okay. If the condition is false, it comes out of it. Okay. After the conditional code is executed for the true part, it returns back to the condition. Okay. Every time when the conditional code is executed, when the condition is true, it moves back to the condition again to check after the update. Let's see an example. LST is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for I in range length of LST. Length of LST in the sense, what is the length? It is 5. Okay. So from 0 to 4 we take. Okay. Print LST of I end. And for J in range of 0, 10, print J. Okay. So here what happens? For the first for loop, we are taking I as the index of length. So the length of the LST is 5 here. So it will calculate from 0 to 4. Okay, 5 items. So 0 to 4. When I is 0, the first item is printed. When I becomes 1, 2 is printed. Then 3, then 4. It goes on. Okay. So similarly, when J is between 0 and 10, from 0 to 9, the values are printed one by one. And when J becomes 10, the loop is terminated. Python for loop range function. So in for loop, we saw previously that we were using range function. This is an inbuilt function, that is built-in function. So let's see about this, because the for loop mostly it uses range function. Range function in for loop is actually a powerful mechanism which comes to create sequences of integers. So we have three kinds of range: range of stop, range of start, stop, range of start, stop, step. It is very important to note that all the parameters must be integers and can be positive or negative. No issues with that. So now the first range, syntax is range of stop. So stop will have an integer value. So stop generates generate numbers up to but not including this number. Okay. So say we have range of 5. So this last index will be 5 minus 1. That's what is being mentioned here. So let's see the example. Example for n in range of 4. So here n will hold the value from 0 to 3. We print the value. So this is the output. Here this is the output, the black screen, and the gray one tells how it is executed. So I is equal to 0, then print I. So I is printed as 1. So initially it will be 0, then 1, 2, 3 till 3 it is printed, and after I becomes 4 it is terminated. So next, range of start, stop. So start will hold the starting number of the sequence, that is the lower bound. Then stop will generate numbers up to but not including this number. Okay, so let's see the example for n in range 5 comma 10, print n. So here the lower bound is 5 and till 9 it will be taken. 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is the output given here. Okay. Next is range of start comma, stop comma, step. Start is the starting number of the sequence. Stop, that is the previous number. So stop minus 1 will be the upper limit. Step is nothing but the difference between each number in the sequence. Like start. So here there is an example. If I tell the example, you will understand it better. For n in range of 0, 10, 3. So here lower bound is 0, upper bound is 10. So till 10 minus 1, that is 9, it will be executed. But every time the number that the sequence will be incremented by 3. Okay. So here initially n is 0. So 0 is printed. Afterwards n becomes n plus 3. Okay. This step value will help to increment or update n. So now n becomes 3. So 3 is printed. Next n is becoming 3 plus 3, that is 6. So 6 is printed. Then n becomes 6 plus 3, that is 9. So 9 is printed. After which n becomes greater than 10. So it will not be taken into account and the loop terminates there. Decrementing for loops. So let's see decrementing for loops with negative step value. Okay. So let's see the example for I in range of 5, 0, minus 1. Print I. So here 0, here 5. It starts from 5 and it decrements and goes till 0. Okay. So 0 means it takes 0 minus 1. That is 0 means the previous step 1 will be there. Okay. So minus 1 here. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When 0 comes, it stops. Next is nested for loop in Python. Syntax is for iterating value in sequence. Then again for iterating value in sequence. This is a for within a for. You have a set of block statements for the innermost for and then the next for. Okay. So for example, if you take this for outer in range of 1, 5, for nested in range of 1, 5, result, that is res is equal to outer star nested print result end. Okay. So here what happens, this will be taken as here 5 and here 5. Totally you have to get 5 into 5, 25 values. So that is how this works. Okay. So when outermost for loop holds a value of 1, innermost will go like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So that's why the first line is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Next, now the outer loop starts. Outer loop becomes 2. Now, when the outer loop is 2, nested will become 1, 2, 3, 4 again. So that is like, yeah. So every time what do we do? The result is outer star nested. Okay. So here into 2, right? So when out nested is 1, 1 into 2, 2, then 2 into 4, 3 into 4, 3 into 2, 4 into 2. Again, now outer becomes 3 and nested becomes 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 3 into 1, 3, 3 into 3, sorry, 1 into 3 is 3, then 3 into 2 is 6, 3 into 3 is 9, then 3 into 4 is 12. Goes on till it reaches the value 60. Okay, it's like it holds the value of actually 4 values, right? Because the lower bound is only 1. It is not 0. By mistake I told 25. It will hold only 20 values. Okay, because it is starting with 1. It's not 0. Please remember. Yes. Now using else statement in Python for loop. Example, LST is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. For num in list. So until num is in list. So if num is greater than 5, print list contains numbers greater than 5, break. Else print list contains number less than 5. So now actually this list contains a value 8 which is greater than 5. That's why the output is list contains numbers greater than 5. But what happens is every time it goes, it visits the element one by one. First 1, then 2, then 3, then 4 until the end of the list it visits, and then only it displays the output. Clear? Now while loop. For loop is finished. Now while loop. The syntax of while loop is while condition set of statements. Let's see the example. X is equal to 0 while x is less than equal to 5, print x. Then we increment x by 1. Okay. So x starts with 0. Until 5 it is executed, because here the condition is given as less than or equal to 5. So till 5 it will be printed. When while becomes 6 it comes out of the loop. So now with we are going to see while loop with break and continue. Okay. So Python provides two keywords to terminate a loop iteration prematurely. One is break and the other one is continue. So break leaves a loop, continue jumps to the next iteration. So while loop with break we are going to see. Let's see the example. X is equal to 10 while true. Print x. X plus is equal to 2. That is x is equal to x plus 2. If x is greater than 20, break. Print after break. Okay. So here what happens? We are giving a while loop and we tell when x becomes greater than 20, we break there. Okay. So every time what happens? It is incremented. X is equal to initially 10 and every time it is incremented 2 with 2. So 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. When 20 is reached, 22 is reached, it checks whether it is greater than 20. So now it breaks and prints after break. Clear? Now about continue. Here x is equal to 0 while x is less than 50. X is incremented by 10. If x is equal to 30, then the iteration is continued and print x. Then loop over. This is outside the loop. Okay. So now let's see the execution, flow of execution. Initially x is 0. When we get in, x becomes x plus 10. That is 10. Okay. So come in. So when the condition 0 is less than 50 is true, it goes in and x becomes 10 because it is 0 plus 10. So this is not equal to 20. So it prints and comes out because this is the thing, right? This print statement will be executed because if condition is false here. Okay. Now x is 10. So this is less than 50. Once again it adds 10. So 20. 20 is also less than 30. It prints 20 and comes back. So again x is incremented by 10. Okay. So here it becomes 30. It goes on. 13 varumode it is equal, right? So it doesn't print. It moves back and checks whether it is less than 50. So 30 plus 10, now 40. 40 is, again it is not equal to 30. So only 30 is skipped because only 30 is to be skipped and the iteration should be continued. So this is how the continue helps in working. Now else clause on Python while statement. While condition set of statements, else condition, else set of statements. So while when the condition is true, a set of statement is executed. If the condition is false, the else part is executed. Let's see an example. X is equal to 5 while x is less than equal to 10. Then print x, increment x by 1, else print x inside else. Okay. So now let's see. So initially x is 5. So while x is less than equal to 10. Yeah, here x is 5, so it is less than equal to 10. So it prints the value 5 and increments by 1. It becomes 6. Again, it goes on till it becomes equal to 10. Now it becomes 11. 11, it checks for the condition. The condition is false, so it moves to the else part. Here it sees, it prints 11 and then prints inside else. Clear? So this is how this while else work. Now nested while loops. Example is I is equal to 1 while I less than equal to 5. J is equal to 1 while j is less than equal to I. Print j and j is equal to j plus 1. Print then increment I. Okay. So here what happens? We are having a while within a while. So initially, first while will hold is checking for the I value and the second while is checking for the j value. Here also, as we saw with the nested for, here also we have the same. Initially, we keep I as 1. When I is 1, we are checking for whether I is less than equal to 5. So this loop will be executed how many times? It is incremented by 1, right? So it is executed 5 times. So when I is 1, j is taken as 1, it just continues, okay? So we see whether j is less than equal to I. Until then, this inner loop is executed. So I is 1, j is 1. Initially I is 1, so it comes out of this. 1 will be displayed. Then again, now I is 1, no. Yes. Now I becomes 2, j is 1. J starts with 1 and it goes on. So j is 1, 2. Okay. Because this second condition tells that j should be less than equal to I. So now I is 2 for the second iteration and j is taken as 1 and 2. So that's why we get 1, 2. So again, I becomes 3, j is taken as 1, 2, 3. Now I is 4, j is taken as 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I becomes 5 because we are going to include it. It has less than equal to. And j is taken as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is how the nested while loop work. With this, we conclude with for and while loops in this session.